Sixers fans, welcome back. The Sixers just handed a good team, a good San Antonio Spurs team, a 35-point loss last night. That is the biggest loss in their entire franchise history. And the Spurs have been around since 1967. And the Sixers did it without Joel Embiid on the first game of, post-injury Sixers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's so much I want to talk about. There's so much I want to talk about the game, a couple guys on the team, where we're headed, what it looks like right now, and this is going to make me create even more videos about trade targets, because a lot of this game last night puts a lot into perspective for Philadelphia fans. Before getting in the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, join the family, join the community. Look, guys, I have a great time responding to your comments. I love that you guys interact. This is an awesome community. I get a lot of just awesome support, and I only have 530 subscribers. I personally, I can't wait until I get more and more, because my support towards your support will never end. And I want to thank you, and I don't even really want to ask you to go like the video, because you guys do so much already. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Honestly, it's been an incredible couple of months and a journey so far. So let's get into it. We might as well. Wow. Where do I start with this game last night? You knew something was going to be weird as soon as Danny Green, comes in and hits like 3 threes in the first quarter and has 11 of our first 13 points, and he was hitting floaters that hit the top of the roof and went in. And the fans were insane last night, like unbelievable. We had an 8-point lead going into halftime, and we won the game by 35. Phenomenal. We had 46 points in the third quarter. Yeah, we won the third quarter 46-21. That's not Sixers basketball. Excuse me, that's not really like Sixers basketball, but this year it has been. This year, a totally new identity. In the ugliest jerseys I have ever seen, the Sixers had their best game of the entire year. Isn't that just perfect? Isn't that perfect? And what's funny is I said, you know what, there's no way we're going to win games if Shake Milton scores 9 points in a game. There's no way we're going to win games if Shake Milton doesn't at least give us like 12, 15, arguably 20 with Embiid out. Shake Milton had 4 points last night in 15 minutes, and he was a plus 16 on the court, and we still won by 35 points against a team that's good. The Spurs are a good team. They're probably a 5, 6, 7 seed in the Eastern Conference, but they're a good team. And Tobias Harris, bro, absolutely took control. He took control of the game, and his mentality is so much better than it was last year. I saw last year he was bottom half of the league percentile in isolation scores. This year he's in the 98th percentile in scoring out of the ISO. So it's like Doc Rivers has utilized Tobias Harris in the most perfect way I've ever seen, I could ever imagine. Unbelievable. He's genuinely having the best year of his career. He's playing better than his younger Clipper self. He had last night 23 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and a block, and he shot over 50% from the field. He had a plus 36. He was the best guy on the court every single second he was out on the court. Tobias Harris is the guy. He is the guy now. He is the guy. We need a bucket, Tobias Harris. We need anything, Tobias Harris. But that doesn't say anything bad about Ben Simmons, man. Ben Simmons played really, really well. He had 14, 9, and 4, but he only played, 27 minutes? He had a plus 21, plus minus. His defense is crazy. DeJounte Murray was a very, very good matchup for him, though, because Ben looked out of it. And granted, the guy hasn't played basketball in 11 days. So, coming out of the gate slow was expected for sure on my part, but Ben Simmons had a really good game, and the tempo of the Sixers basketball was so much different without Embiid, and it's so much more Ben Simmons' team now because he just completely runs the team. The team was moving around at his pace, and that's why the Sixers shot 51.7% from 3. They were insane. The Sixers had 35 assists. That is unreal. Unreal. Crazy. I mean, I keep looking at that number and I'm like, there's no way that's real. The ball movement was just unbelievable, and we didn't miss. The Sixers just didn't miss. Seth Curry and Danny Green were lethal. Seth Curry had 21 points on 9 of 16 from the field and 3 of 6 from 3 because he finally looks confident. He finally is confidently shooting. He has been seeming really hesitant and tentative the last month of basketball, and it was just like, Seth, bro, we have you here to shoot. Don't be afraid to just put up shots. Don't be afraid to miss. Don't be afraid to shoot. But last night he was not afraid to shoot. Last night he was doing step backs, mid-range jump shots were nasty. His dribbling is underrated, and his passing and his vision is so underrated. Seth Curry, we need to give that man credit for playing really, really well with Ben Simmons out, because he was our point guard. He was our point guard. He's basically our backup point guard at times, and he's been playing really well. Seth Curry, awesome game. He had a plus 29 too. That was second best on the team. Like I said, Ben Simmons just controlled the tempo all game long. Dwight Howard is playing like his young version of himself again. Dwight Howard and Tony Bradley are playing their best basketball of the year right now, and there's no better timing with, Embiid out. And I saw Tony Bradley went down with injury. I hope he's okay. I hope it's not going to be something that we have to deal with even more, because we're running weak at that position as is. The last thing we need is Tony Bradley, who's playing lights out basketball lately, to go down with an injury. He had 4, 8, and 4 in 21 minutes, which is pretty crazy that he had 4 assists. That was third on the team, so good for him. We had a couple of guys with 4 assists, but still, Tony Bradley playing really well. Defensively, he's a little slow, and he's always just a little too late on a block. Like, it's funny. Every time he goes up for a block, it's just like, If you were just like a tenth of a second quicker, that's in the third row, But Dwight Howard was absolutely fantastic. He's the type of guy. Him and Ben Simmons are the type of guys who will play better with fans, like a Russell Westbrook type of guy. Like Dwight Howard lives off of that energy and lives off of crowd and lives off of hype, and he looked like the young Dwight Howard again. He's been looking like that. He had a fantastic game. He had 8 points, 8 boards in 20 minutes at a plus 19. There's only so much I can say about Dwight Howard. He's been unbelievable lately. His defense has been great. And if we're going to talk about defense, we need to talk about Matisse Thybulle. He has been having the greatest week of his entire life. He's 100% from 3 in that week. I think it was like 80% from the field or something like that. Something crazy. He went 4-4 last night, 10 points. He went 2 of 2 from 3, but he had 3 steals and a block. Bro, he is the most ridiculous defender. Like, there's so much energy from Matisse Thybulle on the defensive end that, like, absolutely anything that he brings offensively is just added bonus. But if he's playing like this, like, what? This is the Matisse Thybulle that we've always wanted. This is what he's doing lately is what we've been dying for, and he's unbelievable. Matisse Thybulle's been unbelievable. He's been the best guy off our bench. He's been the most reliable guy on our team. He's making his shots, and that is so vitally important, because defensively, he is always going to be good. Like, always going to be good. What's interesting is he played 17 minutes and had 4 fouls. Only thing that Matisse Thybulle needs to work on is foul problem. But you could argue that if Matisse Thybulle is playing, 20 minutes a night, 25 minutes a night, he has shots at an all-NBA second team defense, that is, not all-NBA, an all-defensive second team. He's not going to get it this year, obviously. He doesn't play enough. But talent-wise, he is a top 10 defensive player in the NBA, which means we have 3 guys in the top 10 of NBA in the NBA in defense, and bro, crazy. Really, really, really is crazy. I hate to be like, yeah, this guy had a good game, but Furkan Korkmaz, dude, he made his shots, but he went 4-4 from 3 at 16 points, but what's funny is, like, he made 3 threes in a row when we were up by 30. I'm like, bro, save it for a time that we need it, Like, I love the fact that we just poured it on San Antonio, but, like, let's save a couple of makes for, like, the next game when we're probably not going to make jack shit and lose because we didn't make a single 3. I don't know. I would like to say that Vincent Poirier is the worst player I've ever seen play basketball. And I mean at that time. Like, I know I say that about Korkmaz, but, like, obviously Korkmaz isn't the worst guy in the league. I know I say that about just Korkmaz. I hate Korkmaz. But Vincent Poirier is bad. He's really bad. Watching him just run around on an NBA court, there's no way he makes a team next year. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. He's so bad. That being said, that's my video for today. I'm going to make a video later on about Paul Reed because he just signed a full-time deal with the Sixers. That deserves a video from me. And I'm going to have a video maybe today, maybe tomorrow, realistic Sixers trades, because the game has changed. Peace out. Go Sixers. Great win. Tomorrow we play the Knicks. Make it 2 in a row.